action.
Hey, John from CimentArt in Florida. Talking about mesh. A lot of people are asking, why do we mesh? Mesh is always used for our system and CimentArt. Again, this is not every micro cement. This is the best micro cement in Europe now, 5 years in a row. But in our system, whenever we base, we use mesh. So this very fine mesh, and it's fiberglass, so it's fire rated and all that stuff. But don't use your own because you might find some mesh that's 2.5, 3 millimeters thick, and you're going to waste a lot of our base coat product for that. Anyway, so our mesh we will spec for your projects if you tell us you're going to need to do floors or some countertops. So I'm going to tell you why we spec mesh with the base. And you've seen my sample here before, but that first base coat goes on with this mesh. You can prime the mesh on, or you can prime first and then lay the mesh down, but I like to prime the mesh down. So then the base coat one helps distribute into those squares, because this is a slippery, especially on the slippery porcelain, granite, anything that's really slippery, you're going to try all the base on, it's just going to slide. So the mesh helps the distribution of product. It helps structure, of course, so you're not going to have any micro cracks if something micro cracks here. If you get structural cracks, it's going to crack any decorative coating, just like tile or anything. But for micro cracking, it'll handle that. And then the other benefit, the main benefit that I like is base coat one, you want to see this mesh so that you're ensuring that you get 1 millimeter thick base coat one. It's sort of a guide. And if you've covered it up and you can't see it, you're already effectively using double the aqua base or the concrete base that we sold you. And you're going to say, we didn't sell you enough. So you're just going to blow an estimate. So that's all. So those are the three main reasons of mesh. We always do mesh on base coat one. We always base coat for floors, mostly for counters, for fine coats. If you're doing our paper thin fine coat, I would do that, especially if your counter's made out of tile or marine plywood with things. So floors always, if this was a tile wall, we would base first, base coat two, sand it, and then you fine coat. That gives you a nice flat surface to do it on. I've done some counters without it, like a granite one. I just went primer straight to fine coat one because it was really flat, but I didn't use our finest fine coat like quartz. I used our micro concrete. So that's it. Why you use mesh and when.
Awesome.
Awesome.